Good morning, breathers. Top of the morning to you. So, today I'm going to run over a couple of ideas that we don't hear enough of, in my humble opinion. Well, the Nebraska Department of Transportation manages about 10,000 miles of roads, and they've got 8 districts, and I don't know, maybe, well, at least 8 engineers, probably more like 50, I'm not sure. So, why am I bringing that up? Because you have 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body, and you manage that all by yourself. And you manage it with each breath you take, truly. And of course, I'm talking about diaphragmatic breathing, nasal breathing. So, 60,000 miles of blood vessels, 25 trillion red blood cells you have. Each one of those red blood cells has 270 million hemoglobin molecules in it. Can you imagine that? No, you can't. Each one of those hemoglobin molecules has 4 oxygen molecules. So you're transporting a lot of oxygen throughout your body, throughout your 60,000 miles of blood vessels. And you manage this vast roadway through your breath and through your diaphragm. The diaphragm is both involuntary muscle, meaning it's going to breathe. It's going to help you breathe if you are thinking about it or not. And it's a voluntary muscle. You can be conscious of it. You can contract it, and you can let it relax, and you can keep it relaxed and hold the breath out. So the blood is coursing through your body, and if you want to have wide, non-potholed roadways, you are going to breathe diaphragmatically and nasally, and you're going to hold your exhalations out longer than your inhalations. Now, we all know that our autonomic nervous system is broken into two parts. One's the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, cortisol producing, sugar raising, blood vessel constricting. And the other one is the parasympathetic nervous system, blood vessel dilating, vasal dilation, calm, rest, relaxation, digestion, increased focus, increased attention. So with each breath, it's a balance. Just like the reason we breathe, we're stimulated to breathe is because we're sensitive to carbon dioxide. So we're breathing to get rid of the carbon dioxide, which is picked up in the red blood cells. After it delivers the oxygen, it picks up the carbon dioxide, and we exhale the carbon dioxide. Excuse me. So something that's interesting, I find, is that we can control this. We can down regulate our stress level. And we should. Maybe take 5 minutes 5 times a day. Put your hand above your navel and your other hand above on your chest. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale for 6 or so. And just relax into it. And we don't want this, we don't want you to stress. This is not a stressor. But what we're doing is we are resetting your carbon dioxide thermostat. We are becoming desensitized to carbon dioxide. And why do we want to do that? Because we can have all the oxygen coursing through our body, but if we have a low amount of carbon dioxide, the oxygen is not getting released into our working cells. So we want to decrease our sensitivity. It's like when people have panic attacks and they're breathing, they're hyperventilating, which is not helping because they're feeling breathless. Put a paper bag over their head, over their mouth, and they breathe through that. And why is that recommended? So they have more carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide relaxes them. It opens up their blood vessels, and it releases oxygen from the cells. From the hemoglobin, that bond is released, and it's easier for the oxygen to get into our working cells. So I've met a lot of people who go to Colorado and they have a hard time breathing because of the low oxygen, high carbon dioxide. It's like high altitude training. One person's even thinking of selling the property they have because they have a hard time sleeping in that atmosphere. But the good news is that your carbon dioxide thermostat, your chemoreceptors in your lungs and in your brainstem and in your blood vessels, just like anything else in our bodies, can be reset, can be adjusted. We can tolerate more carbon dioxide. And by tolerating more carbon dioxide, we get greater oxygenation. So just by simply breathing through your nose, slow, low, further, longer on the exhalation. Now, and that's part of my breath reclamation program. It takes a little practice if you really haven't been thinking about your breath work. And most people say, oh, I breathe through my nose. Well, you probably do. But I bet you breathe through your mouth a lot more than you think. So what I wanted to talk about was we don't have to go to a spa to do that treatment. I used to live in Oregon, and we'd go to the hot springs, and people would be flocking there for the healing properties. But we can take a carbon dioxide bath every day. I take one twice a day, at minimum. And how I do that and how you can do it is like before bed, just lay down, put your hand on your chest and hand on your belly, breathe through your nose, slow, deep, light, and just breathe less and less and less. The idea is you're going to feel air hunger. I like that term, Patrick McEwen. As far as I know, he's the one who coined it, air hunger. And what that is carbon dioxide building up. And so it's okay to feel that. Don't do it don't do it so that you're super, super, super uncomfortable, but do it until you're slightly uncomfortable, till you have a medium to strong air hunger. And then resume your normal, light, deep breathing. And then do that like for 5 minutes before bed. And what you're feeling throughout your body, you're feeling the oxygen, you're feeling the carbon dioxide build up in your body, but you will also notice that your toes and your fingers are warm and you have a little bit more saliva in your mouth. You might feel a slight humming throughout your body, not a tingling, although if you interpret it that way, and that is you're getting a lot of oxygen delivered. And that's thus your carbon dioxide bath. And do that in the morning when you wake up. Start your day with full oxygenation. And throughout the day, take a few dedicated moments because you're breathing 25,000 times a day. So certainly you can take a minute to 5 minutes to retrain yourself to breathe through your nose from your diaphragm so it can massage all your organs. You're getting a free personal massage. As the diaphragm contracts, it goes down, massaging your liver and your organs. As it relaxes, it goes back up, massaging your heart and your lungs. The diaphragm is very important for movement of lymph through your body. Your body doesn't have a pump like the blood vessels have a pump. Your muscles and your diaphragm are the pump for your lymphatic system. So share this video, give me a comment. Health is in our hands. It really is. This is free. So, no pharmaceuticals are going to sponsor this. Unfortunately, I would like some of their money. It doesn't seem like they can get enough. They get a ton of money and they're always pushing another product, which every single product they push, every single one, has a side effect. Side effect from functional breathing is optimal health, which is your birthright. So, my friends, hit me up. I would love to coach you on this breath retraining, this breath reclamation program. And I would like to ask you to do one thing for me. If you would, I'd like to lovingly ask you to shut your mouth and save your life. Coach Couch out.